In the sands of ancient Egypt, shrouded by legends and lost whispers of the Nile, there emerged a queen unlike any other, Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, the woman who would charm the greatest men of her time and shape history through wit and ambition. But who was Cleopatra truly? Was she a cunning strategist, a master of languages and lore? Or perhaps, was she simply a woman trapped between two worlds, Greek by blood, yet Egyptian by spirit? Her tale, obscured by centuries, is a journey filled with betrayal, secrets, and unexpected alliances. Born into the powerful but fractured Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra grew up amidst palace intrigue, surrounded by rivals, even within her own family. Power in Alexandria was as fragile as the sands that shifted with the desert winds, and Cleopatra knew this well. She learned from a young age that to survive, she would need more than royal blood. She would need wisdom, adaptability, and courage. Unlike her ancestors, she studied not only Greek but also the language of her people, the Egyptian tongue. This simple choice set her apart, building a bridge between the throne and the people she would one day rule. But little did they know, the young princess had ambitions that stretched beyond the borders of Egypt, and so her story began. Cleopatra's path to power was never certain, and from the very start, she faced a world of danger, even within her own palace walls. After the death of her father, Cleopatra was thrust into the role of co-ruler alongside her young brother, Ptolemy XIII. But in the kingdom of Alexandria, power did not come without a price, and soon enough, Cleopatra found herself surrounded by betrayal. The young queen was bold and decisive, determined to rule not just in name, but with authority. Her assertiveness, however, soon put her at odds with Ptolemy's advisors, men who saw her as a threat to their control over the young king. And so, one fateful day, Cleopatra's closest allies turned on her, forcing her into exile. Her throne, her birthright, was stolen, and she was left with nothing but a burning desire to reclaim what was hers. Stripped of her title, Cleopatra did not falter. She journeyed into the harsh deserts far from Alexandria, but her ambition remained as fierce as ever. She sought new allies, new ways to strengthen her claim. And amidst the sands, she devised a plan that would bring her face to face with one of the most powerful men in the world, Julius Caesar. With her home and throne slipping further from reach, Cleopatra's mind turned to strategy. She would risk everything to secure her return. If she could gain Caesar's support, she might have a chance to overthrow her enemies and reclaim her throne. So Cleopatra set out to charm the ruler of Rome himself, a gamble as audacious as it was dangerous. She would stake her very life on a single meeting, one that would change the course of history forever. In her exile, Cleopatra had risked everything, and now she was ready to make the boldest move of her life. Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome, had arrived in Alexandria. To him, Egypt was merely a distant land ripe with riches, but to Cleopatra, he was her chance to reclaim the throne. She knew this was a rare opportunity, one she could not let slip away. But how could an exiled queen reach the great Caesar, surrounded by guards and advisors who wanted her silenced forever? Cleopatra's answer was as cunning as it was daring. She would sneak into the palace undetected, under the cover of night, hidden inside a simple but ingenious disguise. Late that night, Cleopatra had herself rolled into a carpet, which her loyal servants would carry to Caesar's chambers. Wrapped and hidden, she was smuggled past the guards and directly to the Roman general himself. When the carpet was unrolled, Cleopatra emerged, defying expectations with her elegance, intelligence, and courage. The boldness of her plan worked. Caesar was captivated, not just by Cleopatra's beauty, but by her intellect, her command of language, her confidence. Here was a woman willing to risk her life for her kingdom, a queen who would stop at nothing to reclaim her birthright. That night, an alliance was born. Cleopatra and Caesar formed a partnership that would shake the ancient world, one that would not only restore her to the throne, but bind Egypt's fate to the destiny of Rome. Together, they would rewrite history. With Caesar's support, Cleopatra's path to power was set in motion. Their alliance was no ordinary partnership. It was the joining of two of the most ambitious minds of their age. Together, they marched toward Alexandria and Cleopatra prepared to reclaim the throne that had been stolen from her. The people of Alexandria watched as Cleopatra returned not as a fugitive, but as a queen. Her brother Ptolemy XIII now stood defenseless against the might of Rome. Cleopatra's bold strategy had worked. She had turned exile into triumph, proving her resilience and determination to all who doubted her. Yet Cleopatra knew this was only the beginning. Reclaiming the throne meant more than holding power. It meant securing her place in a kingdom divided by loyalty and suspicion. With Caesar by her side, she moved swiftly to consolidate her rule, ensuring that no one would challenge her authority again. In the months that followed, Cleopatra and Caesar ruled together, blending Egyptian and Roman influence in a partnership that would reshape the politics of the ancient world. For Cleopatra, her return to power was more than a victory. It was a testament to her intelligence, courage, and her unwavering determination to be not just a ruler, but a true queen of Egypt. But alliances with Rome would bring new challenges, and Cleopatra's journey was far from over. Though she had reclaimed her throne, the cost of power would soon become greater than she could have ever imagined.